Hello students, it's been a very long time. I have not met you through YouTube. This time I've come with the grammar section. These are the questions from the question bank by the Maharashtra Shasan Shalaya Vibhag wa Krida Vibhag. Of course, it goes on to say that these are the questions which will help the students to understand the type of sentences that can be asked in the grammar section. I hope it turns out to be useful. So let's begin. In your 80 marks paper, the first section is language study, which is for 10 marks. So let's solve the likely questions or the type of questions that can be asked. First one is do as directed, any four. You have a choice, but you are most welcome to solve everything out. It will be helpful and beneficial. First one is identify the type of sentence. Don't lose faith. This is an imperative sentence since it's an order or a command. So remember students, all orders, commands and request sentences are called as imperative sentence. Next one is punctuate the given sentence. Are you still hungry? I asked faintly. So you begin with double inverted commas. Your alphabet A is capital. So are you still hungry? Question mark. Close the double inverted commas. I asked faintly. Full stop. Remember to keep the pronoun I capital. Next, find out minimum 4-letter words from the given word. The given word is conversation. Keep in mind, you have to form words which should be 4 and more than 4, not less. 4 and more than 4. So you can form from this word as nation, you have iron, and so on. You have 4 blanks given. Accordingly, you form 4 different words from the given word. Do not add any other alphabets that are not given in the words. Please remember that. Next is complete the word chain for verbs. Keep in mind, read the question carefully. It says verbs. Therefore, the word chain should consist only of verbs. The given verb is in the simple present tense. Therefore, all the verbs formed should also be of simple present tense. Change is the verb given. Your last alphabet is E. Therefore, you form a verb with that alphabet E in the simple present tense. So, I have formed eat. E-A-T, eat. The last alphabet over there is T now. So, from T, I have formed think. T-H-I-N-K. Again, my last alphabet is K. Therefore, my third word will be keep. K-E-E-P. And my last alphabet now is P. Therefore, my last word I have formed as peep. P-E-E-P. You can of course form any word, but remember to form the words with the last alphabet that is ending with and to keep the verb in the simple present tense. The fifth question is arrange the given words in the proper alphabetical order. Now if you see, all the alphabets in the beginning are S. Therefore, move on to the second alphabet. According to the hierarchy order, your second alphabet over here, what I find is E. So that means security will be the first word. Then you will have sleep, the second word. Finally, you will have next is solution. And the last word will be suddenly, as per the hierarchy of the alphabets. So all these questions consist of 1 mark. Be very careful. A slightest mistake may help you to lose, or rather you will lose your 1 mark completely. Next is your do as directed, which is of 2 marks each. First one is rewrite in indirect narration, that is your indirect speech. Remember, in indirect speech, you do not put any punctuation marks except for a full stop. If it's a question, do not put a question mark. If an exclamatory sentence, do not put that exclamatory mark. Similarly, you will not even write the inverted commas. Or else, even if your answer is correct, you will get it wrong. So over here the question is, now young man, he said, we are ready to listen to back. So your indirect speech will be, he told the young man that they were ready to listen to back, full stop. Next, make meaningful sentences in your own to show the difference in homophones. Now over here, homophones means words that sound the same but the meaning is different and the spellings are different. So you have to form 2 different type of sentences. The first one is blue. We all know blue is a color. So you can frame any reasonable sentence. Very simple could be, Sunita is wearing a blue dress. Very simple. Next one is blew. It's a verb. So the policeman blew the whistle. You may form any other sentences of your choice, but keep the words the same. Do not change the words. Next is rewrite in the past perfect continuous tense. Since it's in the past perfect that you have to change, remember, in the past perfect, we have just one auxiliary verb that can be used, and that is had. H-A-D, had. It's in the continuous, therefore it should be verb plus ing form. So the sentence that will be converted in the past perfect continuous tense will be, the marlin had been fighting for its life desperately. So we have added the past perfect had and an ing form, that is fighting. Next is do as directed. Again, this consists of 2 marks. Any one you have to do it. Change the following sentence into positive and comparative degree. One is given, superlative is given, you have to transform in the other 2. Each consists of 1 mark. So first we will change into positive. You will write positive, put a colon, that is 2 dots, and then transform it. So your answer will be, no other challenge knocking at the doors of humankind is as big as fear and intolerance. I repeat, no other challenge is as big as fear and intolerance knocking at the doors of humankind is also correct. You can transform into 2 different types. But remember to start with no bigger, since over here it is the biggest, therefore no other. Next, comparative degree. Always remember, comparative degree begins from the subject that we are talking about. So here it's fear and intolerance. Therefore, you begin with fear and intolerance. So your answer will be, fear and intolerance are bigger challenges knocking at the doors of humankind than any other challenge. Or you could also write as, fear and intolerance are bigger than any other challenge knocking at the doors of humankind. Both will be marked correct. The last one is pick out the modal auxiliary and state its function. First one, he would borrow 1 week, lend the next. Your modal auxiliary verb is would and the function is probability. Next one, I knew I could not afford caviar. Could is your modal auxiliary and the function is ability. I hope this turns out to be helpful. Do subscribe to my channel and wait for the next session whereby I'll be solving more of grammar, more of prose and poetry and writing skills. I hope it helps you students. Thank you. If you wish to know something more, do write in the comments. Thank you. Bye bye.